Well, hello. And today, on this lesson, we're going to be talking about how to divide polynomials, and specifically, how to divide polynomials using a method called synthetic division. At this point, you should be familiar with the different forms of quadratics, one of the types of polynomials. And let's say, for example, we were going to divide the polynomial 5x to the third minus 6x squared plus 4x minus 1 by the binomial x minus 3. Well, there's a series of steps in order to complete this process. Our first step is going to be a simple sign reversal. So, step 1. Step 1 is to reverse the sign of the constant term in the divisor. So, looking at our divisor, we have the binomial x minus 3. Therefore, if we're going to reverse the sign of the minus 3, we're going to be using a positive 3. Next, we are going to write the coefficients of the polynomial in standard form. Recall that your coefficients are simply the first numbers just before your variables. So in this case, 5, -6, 4, and -1. We're going to write these in order: 5, -6, 4, and -1, omitting all of the variables that we're using. I'm going to move up here just so we have a little bit more room. So again, we had 5, -6, 4, and -1. And we're going to block these off with a T-type chart. And on the upper left-hand side is where we're going to put our divisor, our 3. Now, it's a simple pattern that we're going to follow in order to complete this task. First, drop down your first coefficient, so bringing down the 5. And we want to ask ourselves, what is 3 times 5? Well, the answer would be 15. We're going to bring that up just under our second coefficient. And at this point, we're going to add those two values. So -6 plus 15, well, that would be positive 9. So we're going to bring down that value. And now we're just going to repeat the same pattern. 3 times 9 is 27, bringing that value up, and again, adding the two values. 4 plus 27 is 31. Once again, multiplying by our divisor of 3, 3 times 31 would be 93. And lastly, for the final time, adding those numbers together, we have 92. Now, in order to write your final answer, it's important to put it back into standard form, using the resulting numbers as your new coefficients. One thing we want to remember, looking at our original problem, we started with an exponent of 3. We're actually going to decrease that by 1. And what that's going to do is allow us a place for our remainder, giving us a result of 5x squared plus 9x plus 31, remainder 92. And this is your final answer. You have successfully completed dividing polynomials using the method known as synthetic division. I hope this helped, and I hope you'll be able to then go on and divide the polynomials assigned by your instructor. Thank you for viewing.